Hello everybody, thank you so much for watching Where with Sim again. Hope you guys are having a great day, and in today's video we're going to be talking about both of the threats for severe weather that will be for today and tomorrow. We got a pretty good risk for tomorrow as well, but as of today we actually do have an enhanced risk of severe weather across portions of the south. This heads from Jackson, Mississippi into central Louisiana and then into a little bit of Texas. So this will be something to watch really closely. This does include Alexandria, getting into Jackson, and then even getting into Vicksburg, Mississippi, getting into Hattiesburg, Mississippi. So areas like that are included in this enhanced risk of severe weather. So make sure to be aware of this. But around that, we got the site risk of severe weather that includes New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Sleeport, getting into Mobile, and then even a few other places like that are included in this site risk of severe weather. This even includes Tyler, Texas too as well. I know it doesn't show it down here, but I know it does include Tyler, Texas, because I did look. But up here we actually do have a marginal risk around here. This one's gonna extend farther north, especially up here into, let's say, a little bit of Missouri, but this even extends past Memphis into Jackson, Tennessee. So we'll really have to watch this closely, guys, but this even includes Houston, Memphis, Birmingham, Garland, Texas, getting into Montgomery. So all those areas are included in this marginal risk. We'll have to watch extremely closely. So tornado threat, we do have a 5, a 2, and a 10% chance of a tornado. Tornado threats do include the whole risk for severe weather. So that 5 includes all the site risk, that 2 includes all the marginal, and that 10 includes all of the enhanced risks. And as you see, if you guys don't know what these black spikes means, that's a hatch risk. A hatch risk means a 10% chance of EF2 tornadoes or greater. So that's really gonna suck today as we get into the later afternoon hours. So not very many people like tornadoes, so that's why I'm saying it's kind of gonna suck if we see a really big tornado today. But we're kind of going to have to deal with this anyway. So if you got any friends and family that live in this tornado threat, or if you live in this tornado threat, you guys can be live with me. You guys can keep yourselves and your friends safe by going to my upcoming live stream. It should be on my YouTube channel. Just click the live area on my YouTube channel, and then there should be an upcoming live stream. So if you guys want to go live with me, you guys can, or you guys can go live with someone else. But I want you guys to go live with me because I want to keep you guys safe from these big tornadoes that occur. But the wind threat, there is a pretty good wind threat across the south region. There actually is a 30% chance. We were talking about if we could see a hatch risk for winds, and I mean that is possible, but they haven't issued it yet, so I don't know if it's really gonna be a concern or not. But for how it's looking, more in the way of damaging winds across like Jackson, Mississippi, Hattiesburg, Mississippi, Vicksburg, Mississippi, Clinton, Mississippi, and Pearl, Mississippi are all included in this big threat for damaging wind. Areas around that are in the site risk, and then around that marginal risk. But if we look at the excessive rainfall for today, I wouldn't be completely surprised to see some flash flooding, especially for how many storms we'll have. But for how it's looking, guys, we may be talking just a little flash flooding. More isolated more isolated flash flooding, especially due to the threat, but we could see an upgrade to a site risk in a few areas depending on how many storms we have. But not really gonna be concerning. After day 2, day 3, and day 4 and 5 all have a pretty low chance for flash flooding and excessive rainfall. But tomorrow we also got that threat for flash flooding too as well across places like Alabama, getting into Philadelphia, so we'll have to watch that closely. But we look at the radar, we're going to go ahead and take this forward. We start out pretty active at night, especially around midnight. We start to see heavier bands of showers and storms, and then as that finally heads out and moves through New England, bringing a threat for snowfall, we will see a band of showers and maybe a few rumbles of thunder. But then as that finally heads out, we'll start to see less in the way of showers. We'll start to see less in the way of showers for quite some time, because as you see, the showers and snow does stay more north, but it doesn't really move through the south nor the Ohio Valley. So we will stay dry for quite a while, which is kind of good after dealing with all of that severe weather. But then we'll start to see another chance of rain move in on December 5th, and I mean December 5th is more than 2 weeks out, guys. So I don't know if we're really gonna be talking this or not, but we'll have to watch closely. But if we go back for today, where we will see that severe weather event occur, we're going to go to 6 p.m. because that's about when it started. It is showing some active storms across Mississippi, especially the northern part, but it isn't showing anything down here where we do have that tornado threat. So I mean, radars don't necessarily show everything that really plays out, but it at least lets you know that there will be showers and maybe even some thunderstorms down here to the south. But with that tornado threat and stuff, I think we will see huge and big rounds of thunderstorms down here, and not everything is shown on radar that could happen. But as we look at the surface cape, we got plenty of cape to use. Actually, if you look across Mississippi, Louisiana, and even getting into a few other areas like eastern Texas, we got plenty of cape to use, because we're pretty much near 1,000, maybe a little bit over 1,000 in some areas. But we even got some cape up here that we might be able to work with that could support a few rumbles of thunder. But most of the cape does stay down here to the south, so make sure you guys are being on high alert down here to the south. Be on some high alert for up here, like in the lower Ohio Valley, for a few rumbles of thunder, because we will see at least some cape across the entire lower Ohio Valley. So make sure you guys are being aware of that. But we're going to go ahead and look at all the ingredients that we need for severe weather. We're going to start off with the dew point, where we will see 60-degree dew points across the south around 6 p.m., and that's about when the severe weather event will begin. So yep, that is checked off. We got dew point, and we even need to check off surface cape, because we actually do have enough energy to support severe thunderstorms. We also need to take a look at if we have a strong enough jet stream, and as you see around 6 p.m. on November 20th, we actually do have a pretty strong jet stream, so that's also checked off. And I'm just saying, all of these also support tornadoes too as well. So if we have all the ingredients, we may be talking several strong tornadoes depending on how it plays out. But we also got that too as well. So we got pretty much everything we need for some severe weather. I don't know if I can take a look at the wind shear. Can I take a look at the wind shear? I don't think so. It doesn't look like it, but that's okay. And I just gonna be honest with you guys. We got plenty of wind shear anyway. I heard it from other meteorologists, so everything on the chart is checked off for tornadoes in severe weather. So there we go. We're definitely talking tornadoes today. But last but not least, we're in go ahead and take a look at the Climate Prediction Center outlook, where we do have below average temperatures for much of the United States. Just some Florida not seeing below average. They're seeing above. Same goes for Alaska. They're seeing above, but it looks like we could be talking super well below average precipitation across the Northwest, which could support big drought development. But down here to the south, we are seeing above average, but up here to the north, slightly below average for the 6 to 10 day outlook. And I mean, this is about what you would see with a typical El Nino, and we're actually seeing El Nino right now. So I mean, this is pretty much almost exactly what we would be seeing with normal El Ninos, because it will be dry for the northern United States. You might think this area is dry, but it's actually pretty dry in this area too during an El Nino. So, yeah, we're kind of seeing a typical El Nino type setup. Same goes for the 6 or the 8 to 14 day outlook, where we are seeing a pretty good chance for below average precipitation across the northern half of the United States. Just this area that isn't seeing above or below, just seeing near normal. But down here to the south, we're seeing a pretty good chance for above again. But even a chance for above for Alaska, California, getting into Florida, but around that we are seeing a below average temperatures for much of the United States again, so that will be a concern. But thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys did have a great day. I remember the last few live streams that you guys did with me, none of you guys really joined them, so if you guys would join my live stream today, that would be great. Also, I would like you guys to chat with me during the live stream. I also like answering questions and stuff like that, so if you guys want to chat with me, that would be good. That would be great too. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I will do one tomorrow.